Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, September 30th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. Lot to discuss: Google Core Update and Product Reviews Update, all completed on the same day, this past Monday, September 26th. There was a local search ranking bug that was fixed and resolved that we first thought was a local search ranking update. That turned out to be a bug. Google had their big Search On event, so we'll do a little bit of a recap on that and much more. This video is not sponsored. It was the last video of the month, and I forgot to get a sponsor. But we do have our typical sponsors, which you see in the other videos, so thanks to our sponsors for supporting these videos. Just a brief note, I'm a little bit sick. I think on Wednesday I thought I had COVID. I did not. I tested 4 times, but I'm feeling much better today, although I have a lot of congestion, so I'll try to avoid the coughing in the camera and in the microphone. And I'll try to edit all that out, but I appreciate your support. Make sure to subscribe and like the video, and tell people in the industry if you think they would like it as well. I'll try to go fast and respect your time. Okay, so first up, as we discussed, the September Core Update and the September Product Reviews Update from 2022 both finished rolling out on September 26th, this past Monday. I was offline on Monday and Tuesday for Rosh Hashanah, but I expected them to be done before the Search On event, which they were done. Search On event was Wednesday, and so forth. Just so you know, the September 22 Broad Core Update started to roll out on September 12th. It was a full 2-week rollout, a full 14 days. And that is much larger than a product reviews update. It affects all types of content, it's global, impacts all languages, etc., etc. And we definitely saw a lot of chatter and significant changes with that update. Now, Google also started to roll out the product reviews update, the September 2022 product reviews update, on September 20th, before the September 2022 core update was done. So we had 2 updates rolling out exactly the same time, approximately. But the September product reviews update only took 6 days to roll out. And it looks like it was type of a fix to the 4th product reviews update. So we had a very quick 4th product reviews update, which I think also took about several days to roll out, not 2 weeks. And then people were very upset with it. So Google rolled out another product reviews update, the 5th product reviews update shortly after it. They waited for the helpful content update to finish. They waited for the September core update to start, but they didn't wait for that to finish. And they actually went ahead and rolled this out. A lot of SEO chatter on September 26th, 27th, around fluctuations then. But we're also seeing fluctuations this morning, Friday, which is days after the core updates and product reviews updates have finished, which I'll probably cover on Monday. So definitely subscribe to Search Engine Roundtable and pick up that chatter, because I want to give it a little more time to actually pick up. But there definitely seems to be more chatter this morning, and you guys are the first to know about that before I actually write it on my blog. And you can see from these charts that there were significant changes throughout the time frame. We don't know exactly if you were hit by the product reviews update or the core update if you are a product review site. Product review sites can be hit by both. So it's really hard to know if your site was hit by both, by one, by another, if you are in the product reviews realm. If you aren't selling product reviews or not producing content around product reviews, you probably were not hit by the product reviews update, but it's possible. I've seen sites that were. So again, it's really hard. Google said it's not hard, but it is hard. In any event, Google also fixed the local search ranking bug. A couple weeks ago, we reported that people were saying, oh, there's a local search ranking update and so forth, but it seemed to be a bug. Google started to fix that bug on September 23rd, and everything came back to where it was. You can see here's a chart from Jason Brown showing the local rankings gone in red, and now the local rankings back in green. It was a bug that Google was aware of, and they fixed it. It took them several days to fix, but now it is resolved, thanks to Joy Hawkins and to others for spotting that. Now, Google had their Search On event on Wednesday. It was a big event. They have it every year. The theme of this event was more about small things, which probably not small from a technical perspective, but small things to us that make a huge difference for searchers in terms of making things more intuitive and natural for people to search with. That being said, let me go through them very, very quickly. You can check the blog post I wrote about it on September 29th at seroundtable.com. But again, there was no massive thing, like Google didn't announce a BERT, Google didn't announce a MUM, Google didn't announce any major AI or machine learning things that will change the way search works in the future. These are small things. Most things are actually covered on Search Engine Roundtable before as tests or as Google announcements that are coming to roll out. So for example, multi-search launched already with English in the US, but now they're rolling it out in the future to 70 languages. Multi-search near me is going to finally launch after Google demoed it at I/O last several months ago. They're going to launch in the English US soon. Google Lens translation overlays, where you put your camera at something and translate it, is much more easier to look at. It's no longer having like a background image. Now it's actually using the magic eraser feature again for cleaning up the image and showing you the actual text on top of it, which is pretty cool. Google iOS apps added shortcuts. Google Search Autocomplete makes these tappable query builders, which we showed you before in our coverage of tests. Google Search added filters to the search bar, which again we covered as well previously. Google is exploring more ways for you to explore Google Maps on your phone. Really cool stuff, which again they announced at I/O and they're starting to roll it out eventually. Google's giving you more visual knowledge panels, again, which we covered before. Google lets you explore as you scroll is starting to roll out. We covered that as well before. That was something spotted by Morty, I believe. So explore as you scroll. And if you want to see all these things, I'm not going to embed videos or screenshots because it's just too much. The Google discussion and forums feature is also going to be rolling out, something, again, we saw before. Machine translated local and international news is something that's going to roll out. We did not see that one, which is cool. About this result, display personalized for your search results, mostly around shopping. So Google's going to do more personalization around shopping. So if you select filters like I'm a woman, or I like this brand, or I like this department, Google's going to remember that for the next time you search and kind of filter those stuff. And you can always change it. You can remove those filters and so forth, which is pretty cool. If you use the word shop, Google's going to automatically refine that query to shopping-focused search results. You can shop to look in Google search, which Bing has for a while. You can see what's trending in Google Shopping. You could actually now go ahead and see more 3D product images. And also there's new ways for merchants to actually upload new 3D images, which is cool, pretty cool. The Google Buying Guides is expanding to more places. Again, something we covered a while ago. Page Insights. Now, if you are using the Chrome browser on your mobile device, you can actually insert Page Insights in Chrome to actually show more information about the shopping details for that. You'll have personalized results based on brand or department preferences. Again, more personalization coming out to Google Search. Google has used personalization in a very limited way around local and previous query, immediate previous query, but now it looks like it's doing more personalization based on filters for shopping. New shopping filters, which are more dynamic for better search refinements on shopping. And Google Discover now is going to show more shopping-related results. So that's all of it. Again, you can look at the Search Engine Roundtable post on September 29th to get all the details and links, but I wanted to cover that pretty quickly. Google product reviews still get periodic updates, according to Danny Sullivan, but Google may not announce those. So Google may be doing these periodic updates for the product reviews updates. And unlike with a core update, where Google probably will most likely announce most core updates, with the product reviews update, Google may not announce those in the future. So just keep that in mind. Google said, if you don't know if your content is written expertly, then it probably is not written expertly. So that's the benchmark for you to know if you have expert written content, EAT. E is for the expert stuff. And if you want to know if your content is written as an expert in Google's mind, then you should know if it's written by an expert or not, according to John Mueller. John Mueller also said that there is no percentage to measure if you have duplicate content or not. You can't say 10% of my content is duplicate and thus Google will consider it duplicate. It doesn't work that way, John Mueller said, and there's no penalty for duplicate content. Just keep that in mind. It basically Google has to rank whatever it thinks is the most relevant page for that piece of content. Google really wants you to avoid changing your URLs. Don't change your URLs for SEO reasons. John Mueller said it's just an item on your SEO checklist to charge your clients for. He said he was very, very strong in his language against changing URLs. I have been against changing URLs because if you understand how search engines work, changing URLs will really confuse them and will take Google a lot of time to figure out the new URLs, especially if you do it on portions of your website and you don't do a site-wide change where you're just going from like say HTTP to HTTPS or a domain name change, which you might have to do. But changing URLs, like just adding file paths to it or sticking in keywords in URLs for previous URLs that were generated, is a really bad idea. If you have to do it, fine. I get it. Sometimes you have to do things like that. But if you're doing it for SEO reasons or for non-reasons that are really essential, don't do it. Even my old URLs on my Search Engine Roundtable site are still the old URLs with the ID numbers and no keywords in it because I never wanted to change those URLs even 15 years ago. Changing URLs is a really bad idea, and I totally agree with John Mueller here. If you understand how search engines work, it just causes a lot of confusion and frustration. Google said page speed issues will not lead to your site being removed from Google search. Don't worry about it. Page speed is an issue. It's like a tiebreaker type of thing, but it's not going to lead to your site being removed from Google search. Unless, obviously, if your site is not loading at all, that's another thing. But if it's slow and Google can load it, you'll be fine. Google is testing a cookbook feature. So now you can add recipes that you see in Google search to a cookbook and access those recipes later. This was spotted by Glenn Gabe. This was pretty cool. Estefani on Twitter basically said, I Googled pepper, and instead of peppers, I got bras. What's going on, Google? And it turns out that John Mueller, and he looked at this and said, sometimes brands could outrank the word for the meaning. So pepper obviously means, pepper that you put in your food. But if a brand becomes so popular, Google will actually rank that above the meaning of the word. So now if you look at those search results, you'll see shopping ads for the pepper products, as well as the pepper website ranking above the Wikipedia page for what pepper is, which is pretty cool. And it's very, very hard. SEOs will always tell you not to name your brand a generic word because it makes it almost impossible for them to rank it. But these people did it. And obviously it's not just SEO, it's lots and lots of marketing, lots and lots of PR and publicity, and maybe some TV commercials and more. Google is testing something called More Like This. It basically shows these 2 stars, which is very, very cool. And it basically expands a specific snippet to show you more search results related to that snippet. This was spotted by Daniel Cano from Amsiv Digital. Lily Ray pointed this out to me, and here's a screenshot of that, which is pretty cool. Bing is testing traffic analysis in the Bing Insights feature. So now when you click on the little magnifying glass in the Bing search results, I don't see this myself, you can actually now get more information about the website, the traffic analysis, where traffic's coming from, like which countries and so forth. And this is being pulled from both Bing data as well as the Edge Explorer data, which is pretty cool, the Microsoft browser data. Bing is also testing showing a label in the Bing search results called web, telling you that this is a web result. I don't know why Bing has to tell you that this is a web result, but they are. And this was spotted by Shamem, so really nice find there. Google Ads has continued to suffer latency issues over and over and over again. So if you are in the Google Ads advertiser console, you will probably have experienced many, many issues with slowness and issues. And when you're submitting stuff, it just times out. You are not alone. Google fixes multiple issues over multiple days. And Google just fixed another issue this week. But again, it's very, very low, very, very slow. And the latency issues continue. Google Local Service Ads had removed the license number from professional people. So if you want to see the license number, you weren't able to. That was a bug, Google told me, and they are now rolling out a fix to now include to show you that they passed the license check and show you the actual license number of that repair person or that contractor or whatever their license might be. That's going to be fixed very, very soon, according to Google. And John Mueller's going out of his way once again, and he said, if you are nervous about a public presentation that you're giving around Google search and you want to run by some information and some slides by him to check for accuracy, he's more than happy to do that. You can email him that information at gutcheck.with.john@gmail.com, and he will go through those slides. Don't send him hundreds of slides, just send him specific slides you want him to gut check, and he will do that for you. Now, I'm not sure how long he's going to do this for, but he said he'll do it for you now. If you're worried about saying something in public that might not be true, that might get some backlash, he's there for you. Any event, thank you so much for listening to this Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz. Apologize for the voice and the cough. Again, thanks for subscribing and for liking the video. Definitely comment below for any questions or feedback that you might have. This Wednesday, I am offline for Yom Kippur. There will be no stories scheduled for Wednesday, so it will be a no coverage day, which is rare. But I do try to save Yom Kippur as one day that I do not cover stuff. Any event, hope everybody is healthy, well, and safe. Everyone have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next. Bye-bye.